You're looking live at Arco Arena in Sacramento, California, where we're awaiting the 12-round Junior Lightweight Championship. IBF champion Tony Lopez will oppose John Molina. Molina comes in with a 19-2 record, 13 wins by knockout. He's a real road warrior. Had 14 fights outside of Puerto Rico. Lou Duva, his manager there. And John warming up in his dressing room. And there is the champion, Tony the Tiger Lopez, from right here in Sacramento, California. It's 12 rounds. Lopez comes in with a record of 33-1. And Molina is the guy that Tony wanted to fight. His handlers did not want Molina here. But in front of the hometown folks, Tony Lopez will defend his title for the 4th time. So coming up on Sports World, the IBF Junior Lightweight Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, the current IBF Junior Lightweight Champion of the world, Tony the Tiger Lopez. He's from Fajardo, Puerto Rico. Here's one, John Molina.
It was October 27th, 1988, when John Molina stunned Tony Lopez and the Sacramento fans with a second-round knockdown. But the champion Lopez got up. He fought on, winning enough points in the later rounds to earn him the victory. Today, the rematch.
12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Junior Lightweight Championship of the world.
We move from the Sky Dome in Toronto to Arco Arena outside of Sacramento, California. The '89 NBC Boxing Tour is a good one for you. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Trumpy, and I'll be your host. Bertie Pacheco will join me a little later. We've got a 12-round IBF Junior Lightweight Championship fight. The challenger is John Molina. He comes from Puerto Rico. He fought here last year and lost a very, very close decision. He's warming up in his dressing room. Lou Duva, his manager. He does not like fighting here, but the champion, Tony Lopez, doesn't like traveling. Lopez has 27 fights here in Sacramento. Now, we'll have the LCS Game 4 report in just a minute, but we've got boxing coming up next on NBC Sports World.
This is NBC's Sports World, and today it's brought to you by Castrol, the motor oil engineered for today's smaller cars, by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. By Sure. Be confident of both wetness and odor protection. Raise your hand if you're sure. And by Domino's Pizza. Hot, fresh, delicious pan pizza. Domino's Pan Pizza. Nobody delivers better.
Welcome back to Sacramento, California. We're inside Arco Arena, just about set for the IBF Junior Lightweight title fight. The champion, Tony Lopez, versus the challenger, John Molina. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Trumpy, and it's certainly my pleasure to be working with Bertie Pacheco. And, Doctor, I appreciate you granting me the permission to work with you today, sir.
Well, it wasn't actually me. It was Marv Albert who thought you were the least challenging of any of the announcers to work with.
Well, that may be the case, but let's talk about the two fighters, and let's start with the challenger. John Molina fought here a year ago and really thought that he got cheated on the decision. Why would he take the rematch here in Sacramento?
I think he's so sure he can beat the champion. It doesn't make any difference to him where he fights, Sacramento or any place else, because he's got two factors whipped now. One is conditioning. Last time he kind of ran out of gas. That's why he lost the fight, although many people thought he won it. And the second thing is the X factor. Lou Duva in the corner to motivate him and to get him up to fight all 12 rounds. He thinks he's going to walk out of here with the championship.
That's the challenger. Now, the champion, interestingly enough, his handlers did not want Molina as the opponent. But Tony Lopez insisted that John Molina be the guy who fights today.
He's got a great deal of pride. He is truly the champion. He feels comfortable as the champion. In order to really be the champion, he has got to eradicate this blot on his record. After all, almost everybody in boxing thought that John won that fight. So therefore, what better place than Sacramento? He's a king here, and this is, after all, his town.
Tony Lopez not only has a title, he has a town. Sacramento loves its sports, and Lopez is a hot franchise. But Lopez still manages to escape the masses.
It's just relaxing. You go up the river, turn around, turn the motor off, let the river pull you down, you know, because I'm a river rat. I'm always in the river. And it's relaxing, you know. You can forget about all life's problems. You're just, for hours, you know, you just start up your boat every once in a while when it gets too close to the edge and put it back in the middle and keep going.
He also escapes life's pressures with what many would find unusual for the life of a boxer.
Well, I've always wanted to learn how to play piano. I think it's romantic, it's interesting, I think it's something to work with, you know, and it's a challenge, so I like a good challenge.
He's found a challenge in boxing. Tony's life for now is consumed.
Howdy.
For the 5 weeks before a fight, he moves back into his parents' home to avoid any outside distractions.
Well, I get the rest I need. My friends would be calling me, you know. So this way, if I'm at Dad's house, you know, they know they can't call past 9 o'clock, and I ain't got to be embarrassed about saying, you know, they just know, you know, this is what I do, this is the business, this is me, you know.
And indeed, he's serious about this fight after what many considered a weak showing in his last match against Molina.
I was embarrassed about my performance. It was probably the worst performance I ever put on in my life. You know, but things happen, you know, it happens. And I don't know, his name popped up this time for this fight. You know, I don't have to fight him until January if I don't want to. But I mean, I want it so bad.
Tony proved what desire can do when he fought Tyrone Jackson last June. But his desires lie beyond boxing.
At the end of 1990, I'd like to be my last year. I got a few more fights in mind. I'll probably open up a business and work for myself, or a sports bar and grill, it seems nice, you know. That's something I'd always wanted to do. So maybe something like that, you know, something with a good atmosphere, happy atmosphere.
Tony does seem to enjoy practicing for his future career, but for now, only in his spare time. So the IBF Junior Lightweight Championship fight from Sacramento is up next on Sports World. Back in Sacramento, and the challenger is entering the ring. John Molina is from Fajardo, Puerto Rico. He's fought here once and almost took the title away from the hometown kid, Tony the Tiger Lopez. The crowd does not like John Molina.
But it's not as loud as I thought it would be. I thought it would be resounding boos, but they've kind of treated him respectfully here in Sacramento. It has not been an overwhelming, resounding boo crowd.
He embarrassed the local people here and the local fighter.
Right now, he's embarrassing all those guys that like to come out with spangles and beads. He just came out with a T-shirt and trunks. He's all business, this guy.
And the champion, Tony the Tiger Lopez. boxing coming up for the IBF Junior Lightweight Championship. Up next. Welcome back to Sacramento. The two fighters are in the ring, and let's look at the size and dimensions of these two fighters. The weight limit is 130, Dr. Pacheco.
And neither fighter had any problem with weight yesterday. The weight went very well. They're reasonably close except for the reach between Lopez and Molina, but tail of the tape here is really almost insignificant. I think that off of what their first combat was, they know each other, they know what to do with each other. I think if Molina is to win, he has to jab more, staying close to work the body. Also, he needs to work every round. He can't get lazy. He is in Lopez's hometown. He's got to impress. As far as Lopez is concerned, if he's to retain his title, he's got to start faster, try Molina out early, try to get him exhausted. And one thing he didn't do last time, he went straight back and he got hit by hooks. If he goes straight back this time, he'll be back on his backside again. He must move as he goes back.
Bertie, Lopez's comment was that he will walk through Molina. We'll find out. Now let's go to ring announcer Jim Hall for the introductions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Arco Arena in Sacramento, California, Don Jargon Productions and Main Events presents our main event. 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. The referee for this contest is Dr. James Jenkins. Introducing first in the red corner, he is wearing the red and silver trunks with the blue trim. He weighs 129.5 pounds. He is from Fajardo, Puerto Rico, with a record of 19 wins against 2 losses, with 13 wins by knockout. He is the #1 ranked contender, John Molina. And now, fighting out of the blue corner, this young man is wearing the Tiger Stripe trunks. He weighs 130 pounds. He fights out of Sacramento, California, with a record of 33 wins against 1 loss, with 23 wins by knockout. He's the IBF Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Tony the Tiger Lopez.
As the two fighters walk to the center of the ring to talk to the referee, James Jenkins. He's Chinese. He's a medical director of Long Beach Hospital in Southern California. Here are the rules. 10-point must system. 3 judges do score. No free knockdown rule. No standing 8 counts. And the bell can't save anyone. It's the first of 12. That's Molina in the colors of Puerto Rico. And Tony the Tiger Lopez comes out firing.
No doubt about it, Tony wants this one bad. He wants to make up for that poor showing right off the bat. You can see these two small fighters are in a huge ring, 22 by 22. That favors Molina, who's a better boxer and can use all the space. But they're fighting on a mattress. That's very soft down there, Bob. And that favors the puncher, Lopez, because he can really get down into that. And that softening up will tire Molina's leg.
You can hear the crowd get behind their champion, Tony the Tiger Lopez. Molina almost smiling at Lopez. Last time these two teams met, there's certainly no question that Molina was the quickest as far as hand speed and the fastest as far as foot speed fighter that Lopez had ever faced.
Well, many think he won because he dropped Lopez twice, giving him 10-8 rounds, making it almost impossible after he won the first 6 to lose the fight. But it was one of those hometown things, and it didn't work out.
Good left by Lopez.
We should say that all 3 judges are appointed by the IBF. They are not from Sacramento, California, and we have no problems along those lines anticipated.
Lopez's jab is improved. That was a shot. It was not a punch.
Duva has been working on the jab of John Molina. He cannot extend his left arm completely, so he has him stepping in with his foot and with his shoulder when he jabs, hoping to hook off that jab.
Why can't he extend his arm?
He's had some damage there before, and he's always not been able to extend fully. So he doesn't really top it out like it should be, and therefore had not used it as much.
Oh, good right by Molina.
Nice right hand by Molina. That's what that jab does for you. It sets that up.
Well, Bertie, so far this is very similar to the first fight, and that is Tony Lopez not walking through Molina, and Molina with great hand speed beating Lopez to the punch.
Out-thinking and out-boxing the champion Tony Lopez right now. Molina.
Right uppercut by Lopez just grazed Molina's head.
You know, off those ropes is where the champion Tony Lopez is dangerous. He uppercuts off those ropes. That's what he got Rocky Lockridge with. That's how he won the title. When his back goes to the ropes, boy, look for those uppercuts to come.
He learned that from Bobby Chacon, one of his training partners in Southern California, dropping his hands, bouncing off the rope. It's scheduled for 12. Final seconds, first round. Lopez in the striped shorts, and Molina blue, silver, and red.
And so far, a replay of their last fight. Good work on the ropes by John Molina, who pins Lopez to the ropes and belabors him. But watch out, that could be a lure, because Lopez loves to work off the ropes.
In their last fight, Molina, with a nice left hook, knocked Lopez to the ground. Molina is not intimidated at all. Lopez appears to be the bigger fighter physically. In fact, after the weigh-in, his handlers thought he'd weigh about 140 coming into this fight. And for Molina, his people thought he'd weigh about 134, even though the weight limit is 130.
Well, weight will not play a factor here as much as what you're seeing. Brains and quick reflexes. Right now, Molina out-thinking and out-punching in almost every department. Tony Lopez, who seems a little bit bewildered, as he did in the first time they fought. It took him about 5 or 6 rounds to figure out what Molina was doing.
Right by Molina there. Now, in the first fight, Tony Lopez said he was not sharp because he had a cut underneath his left eye and he couldn't spar, and he was suffering from the flu. So far, 2 excuses may apply again today.
I've never seen a fighter lose that didn't have a tremendous catalog of medical excuses for losing, but throw that out. What happened in that fight was he was outthought and outfought until Molina stopped fighting because he thought he needed a rest. But let's get back to this one, which is much more important and much faster right now than that first fight. Nice right hand by Molina.
Good left jab by Lopez. Very stiff right on the forehead of Molina.
Crowd booing because Molina put his arm and held down the head of Tony Lopez.
This is where Lopez wants to be. On the ropes. Bounce off the ropes.
Well, so far, it's cost him a lot of points. That first round I gave to John Molina, and he seems to be on the way to winning this one, unless something dramatic happens now.
Now, Molina is putting his arm on the top of Lopez's head and still punching.
He's doing it again.
Warned by the referee. The referee is James Kin, a very experienced referee. He will not continue to allow that to happen. It's scheduled for 12. These are junior lightweights for the IBF championship. That's John Molina in his corner. Lou Duva, his trainer, does not speak Spanish. So what Lou Duva does is he talks to Jose Martinez, who then translates to John Molina, and somehow they get information to the fighter.
Well, Lou Duva, ever the innovator, said he got that idea from watching Falwell speak to someone in South America and having a South American interpreter. Whatever he's saying, he is firing up Molina, who has been fighting a very interesting fight for these first 2 rounds. He's confident, he's cocky, he's coming in, he's boxing his fight. No question about it, the jab that Lou Duva has insisted on him using is the key to getting in.
Molina, very, very fast hands.
Well, in Tony Lopez's corner, he was told,
Straight right by Molina. Right on the chin of Tony Lopez. And he tries another one, but misses.
Molina is keeping the distance that he wants. When he wants to punch, he comes in. As soon as he's through, he's out, so the other guy can't get to him.
And that's something that Molina should not do. Stand in front of Tony Lopez and try to exchange punches with him. I don't think he can win that.
He doesn't need to.
Big right hand.
He doesn't need to. Is the key to this. He's winning this fight from outside.
Lopez's corner very, very quiet. That's Martinez, longtime trainer when Molina was an amateur boxer in Puerto Rico. Of course, right next to him is Lou Duva.
And they got to be happy with what they're looking at, because this is just the way they trained for this fight. He is executing perfectly the game plan that was laid out to us before the fight by Lou Duva.
Lopez, being from Sacramento, to this point, the crowd in Arco Arena, very, very quiet.
As is his corner.
I think they thought the first fight it was an accident. Oh, he's got a big mouse underneath his right eye, Lopez does.
And he's just winking now. He's blinking with it. He's, you know, as John Molina has gotten in close, he's used elbows and he is punching hard to the eyes. Now bothering him. He might have gotten a thumb in there, did Lopez, because he's blinking, he's rubbing it with his thumb, and that's just going to make it close all the faster. They better get the ice ready.
Oh, you can see it is really swelling and swelling quickly. The cut man for Lopez is Norm Lockwood. He and Jimmy Montoya, along with Will Edgington, will work on that eye. Look at that eye, Birdie, look at that eye.
So all of a sudden, what started out as a nice afternoon in front of your hometown fans has turned into big trouble in Sacramento.
There's certainly no question that Molina sees that eye, too, as we come to the close of round 3.
Take it to him.
Okay.
That is the right eye of the champion, Tony Lopez. The doctor came over and looked at it, said it was okay, but obviously, Ferdy, that's going to be bothersome for the rest of the fight. He can barely see out of it now. We're into round 4.
What do you mean bothersome? You can't see half the ring. How much bothersome can you get? You can't see your opponent. You can't see it. That's like taking one eye out of a wide receiver when he's sending him out for a pass. He is in big trouble, because that's not going to get any better. They put ice on it. They did not have end swell, which is more effective, but they have a lot of experience in that corner with Willie Edgington and Norman Lockwood.
I think Molina now feels he's in control of this fight. He's not really picking on that eye, but at any moment, those left hooks are going to be hammering all over that eye.
He doesn't have to change a thing. What got him here was a great jab and a hook off the jab, and that's what he's doing.
This is a real lesson, and that's what Lou Duva wanted, a boxing lesson for Tony Lopez, and John Molina is delivering.
Lopez doesn't look like he's got a clue as to what to do. He is certainly not attacking, he's receiving the attack. And if there's anything that John Molina should be doing differently, possibly it's coming in from the left side more, giving him more angles. But he's standing right in front of him, and why not? Everything he's done has worked perfectly.
Good combination. Nice jab. He looks fresh. Oh, that eye is swelling again for Lopez. It does appear now that his eye is completely closed. He's really struggling to see anything out of that right eye. As he comes back with a right hook.
And he's starting to bleed from the nose now. He's starting to look like a thoroughly beaten fighter. He is being dominated right now by John Molina.
Birdie, how does he turn this fight around in his favor?
The only thing he can do is come off those ropes fighting, knowing that he's only got so much time. He might as well lay it out. The championship's on the line. Try to take John Molina out instead of just standing there taking this punishment.
Now, this is where Lopez wants, on the ropes. But this is where Molina has scored best.
And because he's kept the distance between them. He did not try to close in the ropes, but kept that distance to punch from outside.
This is scheduled for 12. This is Bob Trumpy along with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco. We're in Sacramento, California. That's the hometown of Tony Lopez, and that's why the crowd is screaming. Okay, they can even see his eye is closing. And John Molina is pretty much having his way with the IBF champion.
Watch the way that Molina keeps the distance between them. That's such a key in this thing. He's there. Now he gets back so there won't be any punching. Now he moves in when he wants to move in. When Molina starts his attack, he moves into the attack. And as soon as Lopez does, he moves away.
Scheduled for 12. That's round 4. Round 5 coming up. And Ferdy, the referee, James Jenkin, just walked into Tony Lopez's corner and told him, look, you can't see out of that eye. If you don't start fighting and punching more furiously, I'm stopping the fight.
And he will. He's got a reputation all over the West for being a referee who stops fights in a moment. I mean, this is a championship fight. He'll give him 2 or 3 rounds, but that's it. He will stop a fight.
James Jenkin, the referee, is the medical director of Long Beach Hospital. He's a psychiatrist.
And a neurologist. I've spoken to him before, and he has a great deal of concern for boxing safety. So who better than this guy with all his medical knowledge to stop it?
And Molina just slipped coming out of his corner. I'll clean that up. And it's back to action. Round 5. Molina in the silver, red, and blue. Lopez with the striped trunks.
And he's been told, you better step it up by anybody. Listen to this crowd trying to give encouragement. This is when Molina should be at his best, dancing away from trouble, giving him angles, and coming back and counterpunching.
But Lopez has no choice here but to take every chance a boxer can take. He's got to load up on every shot.
He is absolutely has no choice but to come out in a full-fledged attack. And the more he attacks, the closer the eye gets, the worse he looks, and the closer he is to the referee stopping the fight.
And Molina is just picking at him. He's hitting him with every punch he throws.
It's a beautiful exhibition of boxing by John Molina. He knows.
Look at that. Bobby weaving in and out. In that exchange, Molina lands more punches. Dubasan, get him.
The referee awfully close to stopping this. Awfully close.
Now it looks like Lopez has a cut over his left eye. The right eye is closed, and it looks like the left eye is cut. And there's the referee, James Jenkin, now a very close look. This is round 5.
He is lost. The champion, Tony Lopez, has lost every round. One eye is closed, the other eye is bleeding, and he has a referee who's been known to stop fights. The future looks very dark for holding on to the championship as far as...
Oh, big right by Molina.
And hurt his right hand. He just winced with that. Molina just hurt his right hand with that. He gave it a big wince after he landed.
He's still throwing it. He's trying to land that knockout punch.
Lopez, an exhausted, beaten fighter.
Molina looks very fresh, very much in his game plan. The jab, the hook. The jab, the hook again, and that was a good one to the head. The crowd exhorting their champion. This is an absolute boxing lesson by Molina. And if you just tuned in, the champion is the guy in the striped shorts. The challenger is the one really doing the beating.
Make him fight. Don't let it take it away from you, man. Come on, Tony. Don't let him take it away from you.
Edgington leaning through the ropes. The doctor came up and checked the left eye of Lopez. He said, that's all right. The other one's the problem. Molina just taking care of business here in round 6.
Don't let him take it away from you, says Edgington. And the answer is, what can I do about it?
Yeah, he also said, stay off the ropes. That's the only time he's hurting you. Interesting to note that when this fight started, that's where Lopez wanted to be, and now Will Edgington says, no, don't go there. Stay out in the middle of the ring.
Well, considering what's happening to him there, the only other place for him is in the middle of the ring, because it certainly is not on the ropes. Well, Tony only has the old Warrior's instinct. Let me stay here. Just maybe, Molina will wear out like he did last time he stopped fighting. A dim hope at best.
That's a note worth paying attention to, because Molina manhandled Lopez in round 5, knocked him down in round 2 of their first fight, and then from round 6 through 10 did nothing. I think Lopez is just buying time here. I don't know what it's going to get him.
He's paying a big price to buy that time, because while he's buying it, they may stop the fight off.
But he's not throwing punches. He's not coming with the haymaker. He's not coming with the all-out assault.
I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got anything left. So far, Molina has won every round.
Blood continuing to pour from Lopez's left eye. The doctor said that was no problem.
Molina looking fresh. Looking like he's satisfied to just peck away at and inflict the damage that he's been doing on Lopez. He's not going for a knockout. He's just being patient, not taking chances.
Lopez being the Warrior, and of course the crowd will cheer every punch thrown by Lopez. They've not cheered much this afternoon.
They've really had nothing to cheer about. It's been a one-way shellacking up to this point by the young challenger, John Molina. Another right hand, another one.
Another right. They told him stay away from those ropes, and that's where he ends up.
And a big headbutt by Molina. I'm sorry, Molina got caught by a headbutt. Tony Lopez butted him coming off those ropes, and that's about the only chance he's got to get some kind of cut, some kind of damage on Molina.
Molina continues to go through his entire repertoire, and Lopez is a target. The right eye closing, the left eye cut, and back on the ropes. We're through 6. It's scheduled for 12, and look at that kid. Here in the Arco Arena, the hometown crowd trying to get Tony Lopez fired up plays the Eye of the Tiger, his theme song. He needs at least a theme song at this point.
He needs the heart of a lion. It's not the eye of the tiger.
In case you just joined us, the champion Lopez has a badly swollen and closed right eye, a cut left eye. Molina is basically unmarked and continuing through his game plan. I don't think Tony Lopez has been able to see out of his right eye since the 4th round.
Well, it's not going to open. It's not going to get any better. It just stays closed for the rest of the fight. You can forget about that. It won't. The work that they're doing on it just to get the puffiness down so it won't be wildly puffed out and they'll stop the fight on it. But as far as it opening, it won't open again.
The doctor has been in Lopez's corner between each round from the 3rd round on. And the referee has warned Lopez that his eye is closed, and if he doesn't make a game of it, he's going to stop the fight. Those are the pressures that Lopez now faces. A reminder, too, that Will Edgington and Lopez's people did not want Molina to have this fight. And Tony Lopez says, this is the guy I want to fight.
That's the mark of a real champion.
Oh, big right by Molina. Lopez's head really spun around on that one.
I don't think that Lopez has landed one hard, meaningful punch since this fight began. I can't think of one really hard punch that took an effect on John Molina, and John has landed dozens. Lopez cannot launch an attack. He is in a position where he just must wait for the attack to come and hope to counter. And that loses your rounds, and then the punishment starts to build up on you.
Well, Molina is certainly a good road warrior. Of his 21 pro fights, 14 have been outside for Puerto Rico. And, of course, Lopez, of his 34 pro fights, 27 right here in Sacramento. So far, the home court advantage has not helped.
Well, Molina will have to get very careless, and Lopez very lucky to change around this fight.
Round 7 is scheduled for 12. Molina has delivered a great deal of punishment. Lopez has done all the taking. There is the champion, Tony Lopez. Round 8. Molina was encouraged by his corner to just keep doing what he's doing. And unfortunately, Lopez's corner, very quiet.
They have no answer to what's happening because they can't turn their fighter around. They can't open his eye. And the only thing they can do is patch him up to go out and take some more punishment and hope that there will be a mistake on the part of John Molina.
To this point, there does not appear to be any fatigue in John Molina, and that was one of our big question marks. Could he last and fight for 12 rounds?
Well, one of the factors in fatigue is that you get hit in the stomach a lot and you get hit on the arms a lot. He hasn't been hit. He's been doing the hitting, and that's a factor in fatigue. Plus, he's got in the corner the great motivator, Lou Duba. He'll holler, he'll scream, and he's got a translator hollering and screaming. That's two people. We got stereo screamers in there to tell him, don't let down. Don't let down. Keep on coming.
Molina, oh, big left by Molina.
Exactly what Lou Duba told him. Straight right to the body, left hook to the head, and he just did it. Just executed Duba's instructions in the corner. Lopez pushed back by the referee, showed more bounce than he's shown before. At least he bounced back to the ropes that time instead of crawl back, just about what he's doing now. He is not light on his feet.
His corner, Lopez's corner, exhorting him. Throw that right hand. Throw that right hand. Look for the lucky punch.
Look is a key word in this fight. He can't see his target to throw it, and that's the problem.
The crowd starts again. And every time they do, Molina fires a flurry in the face of Tony Lopez.
Well, nothing quiets the crowd down, as you know. Then,
ooh, big right.
Series
straight
of punches.
right.
Another right.
Oh, now he's clowning. Molina is clowning. He's got it in his hands now. He can't get stupid. There's Will Edgington. That's Lopez's trainer.
He is trying to taunt. He's trying to get Lopez to just come out and fight. Lopez is in his defensive shell. He is not fighting the way he should be if he hopes to keep his title. Taking big gulps of air with his mouth open.
Again on the ropes, Molina is doing the heavy work. At the outset of the fight, that's where Lopez wanted to be. That's where he's been hurt most. As you watch action from the 8th, Will Edgington said to Tony Lopez, we're way behind. Purdy, how far behind?
About as far behind, a continent behind. They have lost every. Lopez has lost every round. He's behind 80 to 72. And that's a total shutout. 80 means he won. John has won every round.
Lopez's eye was swollen shut in the 3rd round. That's his right eye. Oh, look at Molina. And there's a big left hook.
Those are big punches by Molina.
I think Molina, in losing the decision last year here in Sacramento, is now going for the knockout. I'm taking no chance with the judges.
Well, he could make a mistake. He could get careless. He's got 4 rounds to go here, but right now, it looks like Lou has sent him out to finish this, not to go to a decision.
Referee James Jenkin watching Tony Lopez very, very closely.
I think a very strong round on the part of John Molina would result on a stoppage, a TKO. The referee keeping an extremely close eye on this.
The right eye is closed, the left eye is cut, and I think the referee senses too that the champion Tony Lopez has not won a round.
He's just not fighting back.
There's a big right by Molina. Tony Lopez, the champion, has no choice but to just counterpunch. He can't do anything else.
He's got to try to come forward, but he can't. As he comes forward, the speed of John Molina gets away from him. And anytime he comes in close, the superior reflexive speed of John Molina results in a barrage of punches. Since the fourth round, Tony Lopez has been at a distinct disadvantage fighting with a closed eye, a cut occurring in the fifth round, nose always bleeding, so he has been a sinking ship here, being pummeled by the young and apparently very fresh John Molina.
Molina is not known as a knockout fighter. He does have 13 wins by KO, but he is more of a fast hand fighter. He has really dished out some punishment to Tony Lopez, which I think probably will surprise Lopez the most. The amount of punishment that Molina was able to inflict on Tony Lopez.
I'll tell you right now, what's surprising me is the amount of punishment that Tony Lopez can take.
Oh, the referee almost stopped the fight there, Ferdy. But Lopez is trying to fight back. He's trying to fight back. The referee, James Jenkin, almost stopped that fight. There is no standing 8 count. Here's Luduva.
ahora, por favor. No la pierdo.
Beautiful. John, look. John. You know what I want you to do that now, John? I want you to box.
Boxea, boxea, okay?
John, I want you to box.
Boxea.
You got that there? John,
Boxea, okay?
I want you to box. Go to this guy's belly. Make sure your hands are up. Okay? Box.
Agua, let agua. Stop that round, Tony, and you came back. Don't let that guy have them free shots. Don't give no punches to him. Try to straighten that right hand out. Get it in there, babe. Okay? Gotta get up first. I know it's hard. Got 3 rounds to go, Tony. Okay? Come on, listen, you got 3 rounds to knock this sucker out. Get in there, keep your hands up, get on top.
Don't let him get lucky.
Boxea, boxea.
This is the 10th round. John Molina, he wants Tony Lopez out of that corner. So far, no fatigue by John Molina. And Ferdy, you're right, because Lopez hasn't hit him. This is basically a training workout for John Molina.
I think John has tougher days in the gym when he has to spar with Meldrew Taylor and Pernell Whitaker, and perhaps that's why he's showing such fine boxing ability. You have to work every day with 2 of the finest fighters in America. Boy, you got to get it pretty sharp yourself or go home in a box.
Luduva said, you heard him between the rounds, I want you to box. Basically what Molina has done, and he's still picking and choosing his shots and getting them in there.
And Hope springs eternal in the corner. Edgerton saying to Lopez, we got to knock this sucker out. As he went to go out, Lopez giving him sort of a one-eyed look and saying, yeah, but how? Fine with the instruction, but tell me how.
Ooh, straight right by Molina.
Well, Tony Lopez is not giving up this championship easily. He's doggedly hanging in there, although all he's doing is taking a one-way beating and showing that he does have a great heart.
Molina now clowning.
He's feeling good. He's feeling good. He is talking championship in his head. He's already spending that money.
We're in in Sacramento, California at the Arco Arena, round 10. Bob Trumpy along with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco. And I believe it's safe to say that John Molina in the blue, silver, and red trunks pitching a shutout.
Or a no-hitter. One of the two.
Oh.
No, that might be it.
Wait a minute, he just stopped the fight.
Stopped it.
He just stopped the fight.
He just stopped it. And
James King, the referee, just stopped the fight. Everything now coming into the ring.
Oh, cups of ice, all kind of, I hope no, oh, big, solid cup of ice just landed in my lap. Well, things are getting ugly. You don't have to be in Chomsville Gymnasium. And welcome to boxing, Bob Trumpy.
Security officers just went into the ring.
Ouch.
It certainly appeared that the punch that was thrown by Molina hurt Lopez, but not to the point where you call off the fight. James King, the referee, standing in the ring there, now being escorted out by police.
As well he should. This crowd's going to get very ugly. No post-fight interviews, nothing. They're going out in a big mob, and I'm concerned for the safety of the officers and Duva and his fighter and all his crowd. This is not a thing that you expect in the United States, but we're getting it. To a loss which was certain to happen to Tony Lopez.
We are back in Arco Arena in Sacramento, California, and it has been an ugly scene. Made even uglier when you consider that Monday night there is a Raiders rally here. They are selling tickets to try to show support to the Los Angeles Raiders for coming to Sacramento. They're going to air the Monday night game and charge people to come in and watch. This certainly does not leave a good impression on anyone out there from the NFL, with a crowd that's gotten as unruly and as ugly as they could possibly be in the 10th round of this fight. Now, Ferdy, I think there was like 54 seconds left in the 10th round, and we will certainly give you the last round. Can you see where the referee has justification to stop this fight if he didn't have before now?
Of course not. Here's the end of the fight. As we were calling it for the last 3 or 4 rounds, you saw it was an obvious shutout.
Yes.
It was a matter of time until the referee stopped the fight. You knew he was going to do so. So did this crowd. It was a one-way beating. Nobody held any hope. Look at the way he went back.
And that's when he started. There is no way that Tony Lopez can come back and win this fight. And the referee, James King, basically saved Tony Lopez from more damage.
And I thought it was even a surprise he hadn't stopped it sooner, given his reputation for a humane type of referee. But as soon as he did that, then cups began to fly and harder objects, and it became truly a dangerous arena here. I don't see any reason for this, nor any excuse for this in any sport, whether it's English soccer or American football or boxing. I am truly embarrassed to see this reaction from an American town, especially since their champion was so thoroughly beaten and had no absolute chance to win this fight. It wasn't a surprise, and it wasn't an upset.
We'll come back with final thoughts from a very ugly Arco Arena here in Sacramento, California. Back in Arco Arena, and John Molina is the new junior lightweight IBF champion. Yeah, the fight is stopped in the 10th round by the referee, James King, and Tony Lopez was beaten. We'll come back to Sacramento, but first, let's get a preview of Game 3 tonight in the NLCS with Tom Seaver and Mike Schmidt. The National League Championship Series at Candlestick Park, but we're back in Arco Arena, which is about 90 miles away from the National League Championship Series site tonight. And this was the end of the fight. The referee stopped it with 54 seconds to go in the 10th round. And the champion, Tony Lopez, is in amongst there. Lou Duva with the new champion, John Molina. We'll come back. We're not done yet from Sacramento. Back in Sacramento, Bob Trumpy along with Bertie Pacheco. Didn't you go through this at the Olympics? Was it the same thing?
Little deja vu there, except Marv was under the thing. You've got NFL experience. You just stood there and took it. Look at this. This is really a disgusting commentary on how far sports misplaced enthusiasm goes, because here was a man totally losing the fight. It was merciful to stop the fight. I personally thought 2 or 3 rounds before it wouldn't have been. If we were going to have a riot, let's have it then.
No question. Of course, you must consider once again that Sacramento is trying very desperately for an NFL franchise here. This cannot leave a great impression on a lot of people around the country. But there were some happy folks here in Sacramento at Arco Arena. Lou Duva has a new IBF world champion fighter. John Molina goes back to Puerto Rico with the belt.
Well, happier than that is they got out of here alive, because it required a whole flying wedge of security people to get them out. I'm glad they got out alive, and I hope we do. And it's been nice working with you.
That's it for boxing in Sacramento. See you next time on Sports World.
The preceding has been a presentation of NBC Sports.